Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be sacrificing a lot of our stuff to deal damage to the opponent, or maybe even draw cards, or make more tokens. We're going to be doing a lot of things, but it's all going to involve sacrificing our permanents. Let's go see what we can get ourselves into. Reminder, if you didn't know already, there's going to be a Command Fest down in Orlando run by our folks over at Cool Stuff Inc. You should go pay them a visit if you're in the area. You can get all the details at commandfestorlando.com. Okay, let's run down these cards because we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. So, quick removal, Annihilating Glare. We don't play this too often, but we're playing a bunch of things to sacrifice, and that's the goal. We also get to play Corrupted Conviction because it's another way to draw some cards. We'll have a few other ways, but this is nice, and it's instant, and it's 1 mana. Voldaren Epicure deals a damage. The card itself doesn't sacrifice anything, but does give us a blood token that we can sacrifice for either cards, or some other effects we'll talk about here in a second. Obviously, we're going to be playing some Voltage Surge because, well, we're going to have stuff like blood tokens, so why not? And we're sacrificing. Also, there's room for Jadar since he gets to make a token every turn and we can sacrifice that token for benefits. And since we're going to be sacrificing a lot of things, Varan is actually pretty sweet because we get a bonus 2 damage and 2 life whenever we sacrifice creatures, so we like that. And it's not even sacrificed whenever a creature we control dies, so just the free token from Jadar works out pretty well. Blood Tithe Harvester, again, sacrifice that blood token or itself as a removal, which is nice. With all these artifacts we're going to be making, we can use Oni Cult Anvil as well. That's actually pretty sweet. Get the extra life, get extra tokens. That's probably going to be a win condition in more than one game today. Braids, this is actually another one. Sacrifice one of our cards. If the opponent doesn't sacrifice a like permanent, then we get, well, they lose 2 life. We draw a card. Love that, and a lot of times they're not going to have artifacts, so we like that. Then we're also going to try out Urbrass Forge, because this gives us a creature every turn, and we can sacrifice that creature for other benefits. So that's actually pretty cool. Another fun card we're going to try out is Voldaren Thrillseeker. Partly because this sacrifices and deals damage, which is great. If we manage to get it on something bigger down the road, we can sacrifice that and just end the game. But it does give something +2, which could matter. And nothing to really complain about here. Card all around is actually pretty neat for this. I just don't know if it's that good, but we'll see. Then, of course, we're playing Ob Nixilis because sacrificing any of those other tokens that we're making that just go away, we get bonus value. So we love that. Shieldred, this doesn't do any of the things, but it's drain life, gain life. Kind of fits. We're going to play it. And then a cool card we're going to try out is Rankle and Torbrin. This has flying, first strike haste, a big 3/4, and gives us a bunch of cool abilities. But this is actually a cool card. We can get extra treasure. We can have each player sacrifice a creature. We're obviously going to have plenty of things we can sacrifice. So I'm just going to see if it works. We don't have that many flyers anyway, so this seems like a good option to try this out because we haven't had other decks where it belongs. So yeah, otherwise we have some land, some other removal. But if you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video. Surely there'll be an update and we figure out what we're going to do. But if you want to download it, you can just look for the blue arrows down in the description. It'll take you to our Moxfield link. You can get today's deck list and all 100 and almost 20 lists we played throughout this season. But y'all go enjoy these games. Let's see how many permanents we get rid of and how many games we win. Come on, let these removal cards do something. Well, that counts. All right, let's play this. Bant colors, huh? What do we got going on over there? I guess we'll attempt to attack. This is always weird when you see stuff like this because I don't know what type of sweepers they're playing when they've got Galagreeters and stuff, because that means you're also wanting to have other creatures come into play. But I've also played some Bant Planeswalker type decks that play Galagreeters, so anything's possible. Alright. Oh, is this like a... I wonder if this is where they're going to play the enchantment, put the tokens on stuff. Oh no, okay. That could have been a lot worse. Sure.
Run away. You'll be safe.
Yeah, I'm down. Why not?
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Alright, I'm going to crack one of these. Getting rid of that, I think. Well, how do I feel about such things? We can attack into Wandering Emperor with Blood Tithe Harvester and an Urbrass token. Or a Forge token, I should say. Alright. Let's see what this is about. I mean, they can double block our Harvester if they want to. Oh, they're just letting her die. Alright, they must have another.
See you later.
Alright, fair enough. If so, we're not really mad at that. That's okay. Oh, getting rid of the 4. Oh, okay. I actually don't mind that too much. So yeah, we'll take action. Get a swamp. No blocks. I'm into that. Alright, I'm going to assume they have some type of counter. They don't. At least not for that, they don't. Okay. I guess I'm a sucker. I'm gonna get rid of this, I guess.
I'm the new boss around here.
Do we -1, +1? We're gonna plus this one no matter what.
Pleasure doing
Get a minus? I guess so. Otherwise, we risk just losing one of these anyway, so sure. At least this way I don't think we lose both. I mean, I guess I could exile that. No, we wouldn't lose both here. We're going to lose one anyway. It's just what afterwards.
I'm not overconfident. You're just under
That seems great, honestly. So we block this, and then we get to kill a Wandering Emperor anyway? Yeah. Sounds awesome.
I'm never done for good.
Let's say this sounds great. The opponent does something with that card or not.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Let's go ahead. We'll attack for 2. And end of turn, I'm actually not going to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to sacrifice this. Oh, nice. Nice. My opponent says GG. All right. All right, I guess we're keeping this. Ugh. Man, if this is like Azorius Control, this is probably going to be real bad. All right. Just expect a long, boring game from here. Wow, they're going to make disappear an Epicure? Really? Okay, opponent. Didn't see that coming. They're like, you don't get to have anything. That's pretty wild, honestly. Sure, I'll play this. This is probably the weakest thing in our hands, so that getting countered's fine. Yeah. I mean, maybe their hand's just all counters. Then they just don't care. They can just go for it, I guess. Alright, I guess we try one of these. Sure. Notice I'm holding on to the Obnixilis this whole time. Like, that's the card we want to try to get through here, if we can. Yeah, these are no good without creatures, sadly. Alright. So now they're going to get to draw cards, right? Because what else would you have? Alright. You got it. Sure. I think I'm just going to draw. I was going to use... I passed earlier because I thought I was going to use the Takenuma, but I sort of changed my mind there. going to try to play this. Probably gets countered, but if it doesn't and they have removal, we could at least try to use Corrupted Conviction here. Soul Partitions we don't mind too much, but this is a fight where having more cards is probably better. Ah, didn't find what we were looking for, though. Dang it. Tried to give ourselves a real shot there. Yep, you got it. Problem is, we have a couple of cards that are probably mostly dead here. And that kind of hurts. But maybe. I mean, you can still pick off a Planeswalker for a couple of damage or something. We'll see. Alright, 2 cards in hand. What does that mean? I guess we'll try this. I mean, we got nothing else to do here. Probably another negate. Nope. Alright. Try to make them discard. I mean, they're at 26. They could hold both cards if they wanted to. And the turn. Alright, what you got? Nothing. Oh, deck, you are not doing us any favors, friend. They drew a lot of land. Alright. That last card has to be some type of counter or something. I mean, if we're playing against some creatures, this would be great. But this hand's pretty bad otherwise. And they wanted to hold on to both of those. Okay. Makes me want to minus it. Full partition. Sure. All right.
Not worth the effort.
And I guess we try. Yeah. It's like, I thought about not doing it, maybe rolling these others out first, but nah.
I don't need respect. Just obey.
I'm gonna wait if there's some type of sweeper or something cool, but those might be mana leaks. Or a mana leak and something. Alright, let's go with this. That actually worked, huh? Alright. I mean, who knows? They could be sweepers, too. Will destroy itself? Disenchant straight up, though. Almost forget that's a magic card sometimes. At least, I mean, I know it's a magic card, but standard legal. Alright. And the turn. We're having to be very creative to try to stay in this game. You have a Jace. Sure.
Your hope is wasted. You cannot win.
Jace is just going straight to mill 15, huh? Alright. I mean, we have 24 cards left. I wasn't expecting to see that. That does make me a little uncomfortable. I'd be lying to say otherwise. Ugh, we drew the other Voltage Surge. Alright.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Go ahead and attack. Try to sacrifice this to get cards. Okay, that's that. Okay, you know, this at least does something. I mean, now they could sweep the board, but at least I can get rid of 1 or 2 of these that just aren't doing anything. Because they might fare well here or something. Oh, their plan is just Jace us out. Okay, then. I mean, that's real. Alright. That is a thing. Alright, so we have what? 9 left, 6 left. Can we do nearly enough damage here? Alright, let's see if we can find something here. Oh, We're probably just going to die to another Jace. Yeah, we just drew the wrong cards here.
Pleasure doing business.
We attack? We play Vran? Sack one of these? I mean, really, we're just not going to get there. Yeah. Sad, but I just don't think we're going to get there in the turn. Another Jace, that's it. Depopulate. All right. Sure. Oh, that was a good card to draw, though. If we're not going to die on this turn, that's not bad. All right. We just make the opponent draw 7, then they lose 7. Okay, cool. Woo! Now, if we didn't have this at 7, I was probably just going to plus, see if they take the damage, and probably get rid of the card. We could have played Urbrass Forge. That would have let us attack for 1. Could have played Jadar. We could have sacrificed the Forge to drain them for 1. So yeah, we wouldn't have been able to kill them. The most I think we would have got in there is like 4 damage. So would have needed another turn at a minimum. But yeah, fortunately, we already had Obnixilis ready to go ultimate, so we lucked out. Dang, we drew Rankle for the first time, but I don't have any black mana here, so I'm going to have to mulligan this one. Double Vran, huh? Okay. Let's keep it. Grab one of you. Alright, I guess this will just have to be what it is. I don't know how we're going to get out of this one, but let's see. Yep. I don't have high hopes that we're going to get to keep this, but like, we're going to try anyway. Oh, Kaito. Alright, alright.
Get in, get out.
I will trade for this, actually. Okay. Ooh, a Shieldred. That's nice, too. Dang. Wow. I was thinking I was going to try to set up an Obnixilis. But now I'm wondering if I just want to... Obnixilis now, then Shieldred next turn? I think I'm going to go here. See if maybe we can get them to use a removal card. Nope, they just had their own Shieldred. Okay, fair enough.
I've got all kinds of connections.
I'm going to get rid of this. Probably get rid of Vran here, I think. That's how this is going to work. And yes, I could have done that with Vraska on the stack. I just made a decision too late on it. Alright.
I don't need respect, just obedience.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna lose one of these, but sure.
Go sow some chaos. Go ahead, plead for mercy.
Alright, no attacks. I would like a removal card deck. That would have been the plan. Now we're just in rough shape. And the opponent's going to get to load their hand. Oh, they wanted a card. I was like, why did you not attack our Planeswalker? That would have been better, right? At least one would think so.
I'll be taking that now.
Alright. Options abound now all of a sudden. Let's try to target... They have at least to make disappear, I'm assuming. Let's go here.
My coin
plus here.
His own. Your punishment
Let's
is my
play this. Target Shieldred. I mean, I guess I could sack something. All right. Yep. Guess we attack with two things. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't do anything. So no attacks. All right. All right. We block here. I mean, the bad part is I don't think we're going to be able to sneak through our Shieldred, and that's kind of the downside here.
Would have had me if I wasn't so fast.
Or that ours will even live. That's kind of the other problem. Well, definitely not going to do us any good here.
This is my home, and I don't. You won't be outsmarting.
Yep, making us discard the Shieldred was tough. That was tough. All right. Well, how do we get around this? We can take out Liliana. Or we could take out the other dude, which might just be better. What is our plan here? I guess we need to stop them from drawing cards. Well, that's got to be it. But we're pretty close to dying ourselves, sadly.
Ugh, I really don't have time for you.
Yeah, just waste this. Sadly, we just didn't draw much here.
Whoops.
I think we're just up against it.
My goons will make quick work of you. Pleasure doing business with you.
All right, GG's. We're just too far behind on that one. All right, we're going to keep it and see if this goes anywhere. Okay, I guess we've got to play this. Just to give us a chance to use the Voltage Surge in case something comes up. Looks like that is not going to be a thing, so now what? All right. Oh, they didn't even have a counter for that. Well, gosh dang. I mean, I guess it could be a creature counter, but it's definitely not a make disappear or anything, which kind of caught me off guard, if I'm being honest. All right, let's try to play one of these. Still no counters. You gotta have kill spells at least, right? Okay, that makes sense. Sure. Might as well, right? I mean, it might have another cut down for this too. Who knows? In the turn. This Liliana time? Or not Liliana, Shieldred would have been the answer there. But no Shieldred. Okay. I guess we try to play this. Attempt to attack. I guess we play a Jadar for sport. I mean, we may get our board swept, but then if so, we just follow up with Nixilis, I suppose. Alright. Sure, you got it. I guess it kept a hand that was just removal heavy. Because nothing else makes sense here. Alright, they didn't play a thing that turn, though. Alright. Let's try this. That makes it 2? Wow. All right. I mean, I guess the opponent could have go for the throats or something. And they just didn't want to waste one on the Jadar. That would kind of make sense. All right. I guess we end the turn. This is not the way I would expect to get a win against this build, but okay. Yeah. All right. I feel like it just created a situation there where some of the removal didn't work, and then we're going to be making multiple blockers a turn. And they don't even know about Obnixilis yet, so yeah. But the way the Forge came down, they probably didn't have a counter for Obnixilis, so we were probably about to get to go crazy after that. Okay, we get to go first. Let's keep it. Though we need a little extra fuel for these boys. These little angry anvils. But for now, this will have to do. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're seeing so many blue-black decks. I mean, kind of with good reason. They're pretty strong, but... yeah. Get those make disappears out the way now. No. Okay. We'll end the turn then. Oh, because you have a fairy mastermind. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. Well, I have no removal available, so... tis what it is. Alright, try again. I'm eventually going to have to sacrifice one of these Owning Cult Anvils just so I can get this chain started. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. Alright. End the turn. Feel free to use some cut downs if you got them. Oh, they're going to race way better than we are. Alright. That's definitely a thing. Oh, I thought it was going to be Shieldred time. That feels so much less scary, actually. I mean, still a problem. But not as much, I guess. Ooh. That's an interesting card. Alright, let's attack. Opponent's not blocking? I was going to say. Alright, let's sack the one that's gotten blocked here. That's gotten. They got blocked. That has been blocked. Okay, now we have a Shieldred we could possibly just throw away. So they are getting extra cards because we drew cards on our turn. Sure. Does this get countered? Kind of has to, right? Okay. End the turn. There's a Shieldred. Now I don't think we can win. They're going to be able to just keep drawing too many cards here, I think. Because they'll be getting 6 life a turn, and I don't think we can effectively race that. We could shoot one, and that has some value. I don't want to completely discount that. Boy, what do we do here? What do we do? I mean, I almost feel like I have to play this and fling at one of those, which sucks, but feels kind of mandatory. Alright, so let's go to attack. We'll attack with 3 of them. Also, if I'd had one of my Voltage Surge, I'd be able to kill a Shieldred here. It's kind of sad that we can't. I would love that, though. Alright. Please don't have a cut down. I mean, I guess we still get to shoot what we want to shoot, so it's not like that big a deal. All right. And in the turn. All right. We're hanging on by a thread. I'm going to attack with everything. It's not an unrealistic play here. Block. Why not? We'll sack one of them. Yeah, I think we just got into a situation too far behind. No removal, no nothing here. It's pretty tough to come back, I think. Even holding shielders, I just don't have a real way to punch these through.
Suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my
Yeah, sack this, I guess?
sacrifices must be made.
Okay, well, that's a thing. Alright, try to kill Liliana. Alright, so this worked. That's a little bit of a surprise.
I knew this was a waste of time.
Play this. Sacrifice this. They might just have their own other Shieldred, to be honest. Alright. I mean, another make disappear. No, it was not. Okay, end the turn. Ah, go for the throat. Fair. Alright. Alright, they got one card left. What is it? I mean, we're obviously blocking. I will say, though, it's kind of cool that we're seeing more Misery Shadows show up lately. Showing up in quite a few lists, which is kind of cool. I missed a point of life there, by the way. Let's attack for 1. I'm going to try Braids. Even though I probably should be trying to Shieldred. Alright, they're going to draw. Okay, that's not a bad backup card to have available. They get a counter for Braids. Alright, they're going to stop Braids. Fair enough. That only slightly changes what I was going to do, because then I would have sacked the 1/1 at the end of turn to still get the other copies. However, here, gonna sack this. Alright, in the turn. Alright, opponent has a Shieldred. And a Trespasser. Alright. Seems legit. Take our turn, we draw. Play that. Play this. Sack one of these. I can only... Oh, I needed more mana to be able to draw. Yeah, I need to be able to sack those. Because I'm going to take 2 and then just... I guess I could sack and kill the Mastermind, actually. That's fine. Alright. Oh, I need to sack another artifact here. Yeah. Alright. And they kill our Shieldred. They cannot. Okay. And that makes a difference because of how effects stack. You don't want to get caught with, like, yours being on the top to where... Or theirs draining you before you gain your life. And that changes each turn. So I want to make sure I was at 3 so I had a little bit of wiggle room just in case. So this changes things a little bit. All right, underdog, sure. And a Vault Sleeper. That's more of a problem, actually. Yep. I hate that I'm going to have to use this Harvester to get rid of Deuter, but I think I have to. Oh, I can't even, because they can make it a 3. Ah, they have the lands to do it. That sucks. I guess I got to do the only thing I can do here. Hope it's good enough. You know, hey, that, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's not particularly what we were looking for, but you know, it'll get the job done. Target here. Sack one of these. Opponent, you know I'm dealing 4, right? Okay. Cool, I guess. I'm not 100% sure what just happened. May that be just a land. It is definitely not just a land. Oh boy. Shieldred's Edict, huh? Well, I guess it has to be that. And then we die? Okay. If that's all it is, sure. Block. Sack that. We're slowly turning the life totals around, but we definitely need more than that, sadly. That is not what we were looking for. Even a 3rd anvil would be really good here, honestly. That would help us out quite a bit. Alright. Now we're at 6, so we at least have a little bit of wiggle room. Unfortunately, we didn't cast anything, so the Graveyard Trespasser does flip. I mean, you attack with everything, opponent. You would force some ugly blocks if you just attack. Alright. I mean, I do have a card in hand. They don't know what the card is, so you know. It's not that unreal for them to at least not be suspicious, you know. Kaito. Well, now they get to draw a card. That's bad.
I could sneak right by, but I'm itching. Now this is a juicy secret.
Okay, that actually helps a little bit. So we can now get a couple more blockers. I could consider discarding this. I think I will. Because if we can find something to get rid of their Shieldred, we can kind of speed this whole thing up. You know, not quite. What can we do with this? I mean, I guess we could kill a Kaito. Because they'll probably try to attack. We could chump block the attacks and we just shoot Kaito before they plus it. That's kind of good. Alright, I don't hate that. Didn't drain the opponent for the 1 here, but that's fine, I guess. It's really just a race to who gets the first removal for a Shieldred right now. And they have a better shot than we do. Alright. Cool. So we did kind of get what we wanted here. So block. Then we'll target Kaito. Sack this. See if they have a counter. Alright.
Oh, there will be a next time.
What's that last card? Ah, another Evolve Sleeper. Dang it. Don't need them drawing cards. Now this is interesting. Didn't think about us drawing another Shieldred. How do they feel about this? They'll obviously block. It's just, do they block with, say, like, underdog? So then now they could spend the mana on the underdog next turn and draw stuff, maybe. It's probably not even worth doing it, is it? I almost feel like I'll accidentally give the opponent a better play by removing their, or sacrificing their underdog for them. But they would also have to spend the 2 life. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to go for it. I feel like we're at a disadvantage anyway here. Oh, wait. Is that what's just going to happen here? Oh, that's even better. I didn't think they were going to do that. That's the best situation. Will they only get to draw 1 time with it? All right, I'm down. Okay. That could definitely have been worse. All right. And then we're going to sack one of these. All right, end the turn. Is that the removal card for another Shieldred? It is not. Man, if we can just get the opponent low enough that 2 points from our Shieldred could kill them. All right, sure. Gone. You got it. At some point, you're going to attack with the Graveyard Trespasser or something, right? I was going to say, the Trespasser has to come over sooner or later. Like, that's the one I've been waiting on. All right, but if we can get rid of the Glutton. All right, I don't know what they would have here. But if I take 3, go to 3. We're going to go to 4 by drawing at least 1. We'll sack 1, so yeah. All right, I guess this is fine. Always feels a little risky, but I want to save some extra tokens for future blockers. All right. So now we can start getting to a point where maybe we can punch through with just these 1/1s if it came down to it. All right. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to 4, then back to 6. This game is so silly right now. Pass. We block. Oh, you know what? We can now put the opponent on blast and attack with our Shieldred, and they have to block next turn. Because this puts us down to 2. This would put us to 3. Okay. I think I'm willing to take this risk. Sack this. Nice. Nice. It's exactly what we need. Play this first. Attack with everything. We finally broke through after forever. Sack this. Opponent goes to 1. Sack this. Oh, GG's. Oh, man. Whew. Now, I'm not going to lie here. I'm not totally sure I played that 100% correctly, but I do think there's some turns in there where the opponent could have put the pressure on us really badly and probably led to a win. It would have put me into some very tough decisions and probably leads to them winning, to be honest. So I feel like I got a little bit lucky there, but hey, we'll take it. A win's a win. Well, okay, this was a little bit of a weird adventure because we ended up hitting a lot of what I wouldn't really call creature decks. So we had a bunch of times where our cards didn't do a whole lot. So that was a little bit tough. But I also think, I was experimenting with just cards like Legamos. I don't think it's particularly great. We're better off just playing Liliana on this spot. And we also have enough things that make tokens anyway between Oni Cult Anvil, Urabrass Forge, Jadar. Like, we don't have to have that. You know what I mean? So I'm okay doing that. I think we go ahead and play Liliana. I want 2 of them. And that puts us at 61. But the other option is we could get rid of Jadar if we wanted to. I mean, we don't have a ton of things to play on too, but we do have like Epicures we can cast. We've got Jadar, we've got Vrans, and we've got Blood Tithe Harvester and Oni Cult Anvil. So we do have a fair amount of things, even if we cut the one Jadar. I'm probably going to leave it at 62. What am I playing? Like 12, 13, 16, 17. I'm only playing 22. That can't be right. How did we do that? 12, 13, 16, 17. We were only playing 22 lands in this thing. That is crazy. 6, 9, 10. Yep, my math's still 22. I don't feel good about that. I'm going to cut a Jadar, put an extra swamp, I think. And we'll probably cut one of something. I don't know what one of something needs to be, but you probably want to cut something. We're only playing 23 land. I will say this, though. We don't really have anything that's expensive. Everything costs 2 or 3 for the most part, except for the 1 Rankle and the 3 Shieldred. So it's possible 22 lands is actually, or 23 lands is actually okay with the list as is. So something to think about. If it feels weird to you, pick something to cut. Probably not a removal card. If we were cutting something, probably the Braids, to be honest. Anything else you're probably good with keeping. But the list we have now is 2 Annihilating Glare, 2 Corrupted Conviction, 3 Voldaren Epicure, 3 Voltage Surge, 3 Go for the Throat, 1 Jadar, 2 Vran Executioner Thane, 4 Blood Tithe Harvester, 4 Oni Cult Anvil, 1 Braids the Arisen Knight, 2 Liliana the Veil, 2 Urabrass Forge, 2 Voldaren Thrillseeker, 3 Obnixilis, 3 Shieldred, the Apocalypse, 1 Rankle, and Torbran. And then for lands, we've got 6 Swamp, a Takenuma, 3 Mountain, 1 Sekinjin, 4 each of Blackcleave Cliffs, Haunted Ridge, and Sulphur Springs. So yeah, that was actually a fun one. I enjoyed this. Like I said, I think it needed a little bit of cleaning up. I didn't realize we had so few land in there when I built it. I was wondering, though, honestly, how I was able to get away playing all those different cards that I should have realized something was up. But overall, hey, the deck still worked, even in the condition it was in. So that was actually a good thumbs up. And we have a lot of options for creature decks, which is good. And we actually got to see how it held up against more controlling type decks too, which is pretty nice, right? So you can win both types of games, which makes us feel pretty good. You just have to play a little careful, truthfully. I think that's the only, if I had a word of advice, just be real careful in valuing each card in each matchup, right? In the control matchups, obviously, your planeswalkers are going to be worth a lot more than in your creature matchups. But also, you may need to, if you think you're playing against like mono black and Shieldreds maybe showing up, or even the big 6/6 flyers, like how you use your removal is going to matter when you're trying to remove certain things. So you need to keep track of all that while you're playing. But other than that, this one's a lot of fun, plays a lot of cards that people enjoy, so yeah, I'm glad this one worked out. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about High Market. This card's an interesting case because it doesn't necessarily feel like it goes into a pile of decks, but it also doesn't not go into a lot of decks, right? You just sack a creature, gain a life. You can also tap it for colorless, which is pretty cool. But the thing is, this card's been reprinted a lot, like in some commander decks and in double masters, and like kind of for a while it felt like every opportunity they had. And the card still goes for $2 to $3. So this tells me that a lot of decks are still playing this for a lot of different reasons. And to be fair, there's a lot of things like today's deck that would have benefited from just being able to sacrifice some things for life. That would have been cool. So yeah, lots of cool stuff you can do with this card, and it randomly fits in a lot of places. So probably still worth the $2 or $3. But it's also one to look at and say, don't just discount a card's value because it's been reprinted a lot. Because if something's sought after and, people are just playing with it, it's still going to be worth something. And I will say that if you enjoyed today's deck and you're a Rakdos fan, check out this other Rakdos deck we played, where we played the biggest spells we could play in those colors, And boy, it was impressive. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.